Hello and welcome to Divinity Originals. Well, we are at the Elemental Forge, just about to destroy the only upgrade to a staff I've ever found. So, guess what? We're gonna do it. We don't have a choice. That's the only thing we can do. I'm not even sure what else we can do. I'm pretty sure that we might be able to talk to the Val here. Apparently we had to kill the king, and maybe the Val is free to go now. I'm not sure we have the scroll to bust out the White Witch. I looked around in my inventory and it looks like a bloody mess. Like, this is just... I don't know. I even have a fucking pillow in here. So, I don't know. I don't think we have it though. Like, I don't recall picking up something like that. Getting the Bloodstone would be nice. Anyhow, not you. Actually, not you. How about... Can we actually craft something with the Elemental Forge? I don't know. I just tried to do the one thing that we were told to do. Oh.
Brother, sister, we are free. And who is this? Can it be that a frail mortal human faced and bested our own scheming Boreas?
Yep. That's me.
Ah, but this is no mortal, I see. Strange you take the guise of a source hunter. But I shall of course honor your chosen form. Indeed, I suppose I should have expected that one of your kind would snare our brother sooner or later.
Well, that's optimistic.
Boreas always did dance uncomfortably close to the dark arts. But I suppose the others of we elemental monarchs thought it better not to interfere in the affairs of his realm.
Well, no more winter for you guys, I guess. So, do you have the key for the White Witch?
No, like fools we waited for his pride, his hunger for more and ever more power, to pull us from our own seats of safety and into his sordid storm. We, and with us all the subjects of the realm of Fairy, do owe you our lives, Source Hunter. If, no, not if, but when, we might be of assistance to you in this dimension, you must call upon me personally.
I got that, Sua. I appreciate that. Who are you?
I am King Sua of the Summer Kingdom of Calvia, brother, alongside the other elemental monarchs, to the unfortunate and insane Boreas. In earlier days, we ruled the four realms of Fairy in relative peace, each of us the master of our own kingdom.
Could you scale back a little bit the summer? Because, you know, deadly lava is a bit too much.
But something changed in Boreas. He grew darker somehow.
Oh, really?
More than was typical of his usual melancholy. We worried, yes, but chose not to intervene. Boreas was the Lord of Hyperheim, and it was his right to rule it as he pleased. When our brother called the elemental seats to convene in Hyperheim, we were ecstatic. Boreas seemed again interested in the joint rule of Fairy, in upholding the long-established diplomacy of our lands.
Well, should have known better. By the way, where's the ice elemental guy? Don't we have that?
When we arrived, however, it
Oh,
was
never mind, that's not ice.
Boreas who greeted us, but a
Thunder?
dark figure, a woman with a stare like blackest fire. In her staff, she held a demonic power, the likes of which I've never felt. And as we were sucked into its depths, we thought we'd never see the light of Fairy again.
I feel like a lot of the characters in this game speak so slowly. I don't know. I found the White Witch, but she's trapped in ice. Can you help me free her?
Source Hunter, it would be my sincerest honor. Take this rune. and use it to summon me when you're near the witch once more. If she can be extracted from Boreas ice, I'll find a way to make it so.
Appreciate it. You say it was a woman who trapped you? What do you know about her? Well, I guess you know enough.
I listened closely when I could to Boreas' doings. From what I could tell, it seems this woman had little contact with our deranged brother after the initial exchange of the staff. From what I could tell, the arrangement was thus. She gave him us, contained, and in return he gave her access to his great star stone and scores of imps he'd invited to Heimerheim. After that, the two parted, and I heard little more of the woman. In his fits of madness, Boreas would sometimes bellow abuse about the demon woman. I can only assume he meant the same who trapped us.
I guess that's it.
I settled that in it. We best be on our way then.
Do we have the staff? No. Of course we lost it.
May our paths cross soon, Source Hunter.
See you later, guys. So, we need to teleport into the prison. Prison. I feel like the higher level places, or the most recent ones, like mostly the higher level ones, should be the first here, not the first ones you picked up, or no. It goes by alphabet by looks of it, and yeah, based on location. That's not necessarily the best. Okay, how do we call upon this guy? I really hope he shows up, or it's gonna be a bust. Come on, stop trying.
Seems the Winter King has woven ice too rare and powerful for mere fire.
There she is.
I
The
don't know
White
how long
Witch.
she'll last within
A
that ice.
prisoner in ice.
There must be
I
a way.
wonder what sorcery, or worse, sorcery, we'll have to use to get her out.
Use it.
This is your White Witch, then? And you're sure you want to free her, are you? Even our mad Boreas wouldn't have wasted such precious ice on a petty criminal. Whatever she did to find herself here must have been rather severe indeed.
Just do it.
But I am in your debt, and I would be remiss not to honor your request. Shield your eyes, Source Hunter. To melt ice of this refinement, I'll need to summon an equally rare flame.
Just do it, man. The lava. Just make sure that she doesn't die while you're doing
Gods,
that.
it's colder than a witch's teat. How very callous of Leandra to inter her only sister in a barren tundra for eternity.
I know it was a bit chilly, but you can say like, hey, what's up? Maybe thanks.
Ikara, you're all right? The ice, King Boreas, and your sister. What a frigid hell you've endured.
And yet not even a frigid hell like this could induce you to put on a shirt, could it, Ahu? My old friend, surely I have you to thank for my salvation.
You know what? I'm just glad he's not a cat right now.
That honor goes to a pair of talented source hunters, actually. If not for their efforts, I'd be quite uselessly prowling around your prison still.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing, Ahu. Like, he's just useless. I can't trying to think of any kind of useful intel he gave me. I suppose he just talks. He never does anything. So, Arhu, why not just come with us? If you really want to be part of the action.
Then perhaps I ought to address my savior directly. Source Hunter, is that the masquerade?
Well, what a motley crew we are. Isn't there somewhere a bit warmer we might discuss matters?
Nah. What do you mean by masquerade? We are the members of the Order of Source Hunters? Exactly. Not some space fugitives who landed here and don't have a spaceship and just trying to get out. What are you talking about? God damn it, she's onto us. Plan B, kill her.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Do pardon me. I didn't mean to imply you were very clearly eternal beings in the guise of minor mortals. Not at all. Please, let's do carry on.
Very clearly eternal beings? What the fuck? She's not onto us, she's just crazy. Where's the conversation option to say, why are you crazy? Are you the White Witch? God, that's such a dumb question.
Oh, yes, I suppose I am. But I do prefer my given name. Ikara, that is. Charmed. But I hope I haven't disappointed my own hero. Am I just as white and witchy as you'd hoped?
You're pretty white. How did you become imprisoned here? Well, we kinda know about that.
First things first, Source Hunter. For my freedom, I owe you every imaginable thanks. My soul had withered in this prison, and I might not have survived much longer without your help.
So, what kind of thanks am I getting?
Now, about the culprits. My corrupted sister and the mad Winter King. When I realized exactly where, and to whom Leandra was consigning me, I was certain I'd never enjoy the sun's warmth again. But neither she nor I anticipated the Source Hunter. That was her mistake, and my blessing.
Okay.
I never would have imagined Leandra capable of dealing with the likes of Boreas, but she has changed into someone I hardly recognize anymore.
Well, you stand accused of murdering Sicilian High Chancellor Jake. I'm here to take you down.
I take no pleasure in the memory of that night. The thought of hurting anyone or anything is abhorrent to me. But in this case, I judged it necessary. If you've come this far, I trust you've learned that the Counselor was far from a humble civil servant. This doesn't excuse my behavior, but perhaps it can help to explain it.
Yeah, we never do any murdering. What happened to the night of Jake's murder?
It's a sordid story, to be perfectly frank. Two sisters, a philanderous, treacherous wizard, death and mayhem. Are you sure you're interested in such things?
Nah, kinda sounds boring.
The sparkle in your eye belies your better nature, Source Hunter. Now I know that it is your duty to get to the heart of this. And, in truth, the events of that night were but one part of a larger and much darker matter. A matter in which I'll dare to beg your assistance before we're through with one another.
Now that terrible night.
I hope this is not gonna start with like you begging Counselor Jake. What?
One night, as I slept, I had a sudden revelation. No dream, but a vision.
God damn
My
it.
sister Leandra and my lover Zandalor.
No!
I didn't understand, but I recognized their location. Sicil's King Crab Inn.
Why do you go there?
I arrived and looked through their window, but inside, everything was wrong. Leandra had fled, and Counselor Jake stood over the wizard, a knife in his hand and hate in his eyes. As I watched, he drove the dagger deep into Zandalor's heart, and I was too late to stop him. In that moment, I broke. I saw before me not a man, not even a beast, but evil incarnate. And I used Source to slay him. On the floor lay Zandalor,
In my hands, I held Jake's life force. I had sworn never to use Source, but I couldn't walk away. And so I did the unthinkable. I used the Counselor's life to save Xandalor's. He was alive, but only just. Betrayal. Murder. Source. We were all of us guilty now.
That was kind of cool.
If you were any other Source Hunter, I suppose you'd strike me down where I stand after that terrible admission. Fortunately for us both, you are no other Source Hunter.
What? What are you talking about? You just went into. You just confessed that you used Source. Like, this doesn't get any more than. You know, this is as definition of the open and shut case. You're dead. Tell me more about Leandra. That was actually kind of cool. But I don't really follow your reasoning that, oh, my sister and Xandalor were banging in an inn. Well, I better show up. Why? And this was a reoccurring thing for them, so why? Again? Sure. Tell me more about Leandra.
My own little sister, if you can imagine it. She was always the more ambitious, the more exacting of us. And she had no fear of the darkness that so often accompanies Source. Her collusion with King Boreas in imprisoning me here confirms my worst fears. She is planning something far greater than I could have anticipated.
Well, yeah. I don't know if you know even half of it, but it's kind of grim.
For this reason, and with a heavy heart, I must ask you, Source Hunter, to find out how far exactly Leandra has become entwined in the dark arts.
You're kidding me? I'm killing her on sight. As far as she doesn't run away.
I hate to extend my own invitation, Source Hunter, but I believe I ought to accompany you to Zigzax's hideout. Presumptuous, yes, but I'd recognize the imp's essence just about anywhere.
Well, I would have preferred you as a follower.
Both he and you must learn more about the darkness that has extended itself into our dearest Rivellon. And I believe I know where we must begin.
Where's that?
Ah, but unless that's a bear flailing through the threads of time, I do believe Master Zigzax is on his way. Make way, Source Hunter, landing in 3, 2...
No! I'm avoiding that guy since the start of the game. And you called him?
Hunters, you've done it! Ikara is free! Ah, what good it does my impish heart to see her safe and bright as ever!
Zigzag! Long time no see! How awesome that you're here!
We have much to discuss. Come one and all to the end of time. A spot of something warm and the soft glow of the tapestry ought to do us all a bit of good,
No! We got the coma girl here, there, and very annoying imp. So I got a thing.
There you are, Ikara. Now, if we're done playing hide and seek, let's not waste a jot more time. Oh, I just can't wait to pick your every synapse.
After you, Master Zigzax.
Oh,
So that's the White Witch, eh? I
can't wait to
expected
go into
someone
that
a little
circle.
more evil. I can't
What?
say I'd cut her down from a
you
stake,
fuckers!
but she sure has fewer horns than I expected.
If only Jarrett were here to meet her. He would have loved to lay eyes on the White Witch of so many legends.
Come on, we got no time for your dad's fantasies. Let's talk.
We've solved the murder and caught the culprit. Yet this case feels anything but closed.
Yeah, we let the culprit go. The witch killed the counselor, murder is murder. That's all there is to it. But who's gonna pay me for it? Nobody. So bloody useless. There's more to this crime than a simple fact. Killing a killer is hardly the same as killing an innocent after all. Oh yeah. We're just killing everybody.
We'll have to learn more before we can assess Akara's true guilt in this matter. Fortunately, she seems quite eager to tell us more about this entire dark affair.
So we're basically just judging people and deciding who dies. I'm cool with that. That's what I'm doing all along, right? Can we go in there? Ooh. Oh, I actually got an idea. How about we go to Hyberheim Castle entrance? I got an idea. So I come here. This place is locked, but based on what we were told by the thieving dude, if we wear that dumbass amulet, then we might be allowed in the treasury. So, want me to find out? Oh. Yeah, what we have here? Int and HP. Yeah, whatever. You have it in. Come on. How does it not work? That's the Royal Guard talisman. I don't know, have a fire on you. I'm ready. Let me in. Anything to click here on? I can't make it any more obvious that I'm ready to go into the treasure chamber. Wait a second. Can we throw someone in? No. Can we throw someone in from the other side? I don't think so. What about this place? Like, I don't get it. They have the royal talisman on us. Damn. Look at the amount of quests we got. Nah. I'm not even sure if we... Come on. How do we get him? Looks like we don't have the quest. Let me in. A carrot. Do we need the frozen thingy on us? Well, it's basically King Boreas's thing, right? So let's attempt that. We're gonna haste, pick up that thing, and make a run toward the ice link. The gate. I don't know. What the fuck? What if I pick up one and pick up another one? Does he need to pick up all of them? Can't. Can he? Seem to do nothing. We can only have one. Do we need to pick all of that up? With everybody? Come on, get rid of the ice. I don't know. Split the team. You activate that one. You're gonna be next to the tank. And you gonna just go and activate the other one. Okay. Oh, please no. Tornado is not back up. Well, we got a plan. It's maybe not the best plan, but it's a plan. This game sure loves the puzzles. Holy crap. I don't know why though. What? Why are those things empty? Oh, never mind that. That's row 2. Come on. I fucked it up. I just get the different things, okay? I don't know. How do we get in? Do we have any animals in here? But I mean, Bertother, just go where you need to go. That's too much. Please.
The power of air purifies the earth.
Exactly. Just go. Activate this thing. You activate this thing. We activated every single one. Huh. What if not there? Do we need to go in the middle? I don't even know what we are supposed to be doing here. It could be unrelated, just. I kind of feel like we gotta stand on these different things, or maybe go in the middle. We gotta try that. Go stand there. That's the best I got. I don't know. I was led to believe that I pick up the amulet and it's a done deal. Only other thing I could think of. You just go there. There. Okay, last idea. You pick this up. Or the same character is supposed to pick up all of these? He can't. Go. Please make it in time. I don't think he can pick it up because of the rod, can he? Oh, he picked it up. I don't know, game. Like, this is the Royal Guard talisman. It's pretty obvious. Nothing else. Wait, what? Oh no, carrots. There's literally nothing I could think of here that would help at all. And I don't believe going that way would help. Hey! Puzzles. But you love them. Anyway, where to next? So we busted out the bitch. I guess we are about to show up for a party in the end of time. I guess that could be a good name for a pub. Wow, I don't really come this way. Inactive portals. This way is the same dump. I remember. So guys. Oh. We're missing zigzags. Oh, spoke too soon. To the Hall of Heroes.
And it haunts me. Follows my vision like confused spots after staring in the sun.
We are haunted
Ikara?
by the same. I see Master Zigzags has upgraded from his shabby little hut at the edge of the hour, from the fairy dimension to the, space-time weaver hunter imp one. What do you call this place again?
Whatever. This is our homestead on the shelter plane at the end of time. Is it? I never come here.
Ha! Is that so? It seems I have my share to learn about the magical world yet. The end of time. Well, suddenly your association with Master Zigzags makes sense.
Well, I just picked up a stone.
Well, I must say, it's no small relief to find myself in a safe haven among such allies.
How's your sister involved with the dire happenings around Rivellon? What's next?
We've a single order of business first and foremost. Leandra is gathering an army, and I fear we'll have to get through it if we wish to find her.
That's lame.
But first, we must learn more about Leandra's plans. How many of these so-called Immaculates does she have in her palm, and to what end is she directing them?
Well, she just wants everyone to die, apparently, and bleed.
Your journey must begin in the Lacula mines, where she has been accumulating materials and manpower for a purpose as yet unknown. The way will be dangerous. Her allies are growing more powerful and numerous by the minute. But we must discover exactly what Leandra is planning, and why.
Can you tell me about these mines?
A soul forge comes with its own benefits, Source Hunter. Though our connection has weakened, I still see the occasional vision of Leandra's doings, the pangs of her deepest felt emotions, and flashes of her triumphs. One vision. I had thought it was only a nightmare, but now I see it was something much worse. Leandra is collecting materials, precisely what, I cannot say, and is hard at work shaping them into something sinister.
So that's it? She's in the mine?
Her frustrations are rivaled only by her mirth. I can see she's growing closer and closer to achieving something dire. You must make your way deep into the mines to see exactly what she's planning.
Okay. I'm glad you're not gonna help me. So what's in the mines?
The way may be treacherous, but you must get inside. I fear my sister is doing something dreadful so far from the light of day.
It's just underground. Let's start from the beginning. How's your sister involved with the dire happenings around Rivellon? Like, how did she sign up in the first place?
I believe the answer to that begins centuries ago, when your order was still cutting down so-called dark magicians by the dozens. Ours was a family of born sorcerers, you see. It was in our blood to interact with Source. But our parents were determined to curb the power within us. Still, their meekness wouldn't save them from the Source Hunters.
Right. So you're a sorcerer!
I am. But there is more to our kind than they teach at your academy. Source isn't only blood and madness. It's like lightning, an exquisite current of great power. We sorcerers are like metal steeples. Source is drawn to us and it flows through us. But what so many fail to understand is that Source can be controlled. The power-drunk through history have abused it, and all the world's sorcerers have borne terrible consequences.
What consequences do you mean? Like they're dead.
Tell me, Source Hunter. In all your hours studying the arcane arts, did your great masters ever suggest that perhaps not all sorcerers were evil?
I just feel like I'm really setting up your answers here. No, obviously. But apparently all sorcerers are hot.
Did you ever hear, even once, that some of us were weak and gentle? That we could be simple forest folk healing the sick and frozen each winter?
Now you're a murderer.
No. I doubt also that they'd mention that one day this hunt of yours would birth a broken soul powerful enough to inch all of Rivellon toward oblivion.
That's some good point. That's one thing that basically no one thinks about, that what consequences actions have not only on that person, but to the person's affected. Well, to its relatives, I guess, or friends, whatever. Or even just the culture, or just like general, like. You know, if there's like one evil sorcerer and now you start killing all the sorceresses, then they start fighting back. Then what you got? Evil sorcerers killing everybody. Guess what? And you were right all along. But that's not what they did, or were doing in the first place. You mean to blame Leandra's doing on the source hunters? No, but the kind of order we're in is a bit short-sighted. Kill all sorcerers.
No, that would be going too far, and eschewing my own responsibility. I believe Leandra's long fall down did begin at the hands of some of your own order, but it was I who sparked all of this.
Can you speak my rot? I mean, like, can you heal my rot? Because it is a bit of an issue. I'm half dead. Like, Han Solo is half dead. You mean some of our own order killed your parents? Yeah, that's pretty likely.
They came on a quiet morning. My mother was wild with fright and commanded me to hide myself and Leandra outside, among the trees. Even at that young age, we knew not to question her. We climbed high into the branches of a nearby tree, and before we could look away, our parents were cut down without ceremony before our door. The source hunters sauntered away, wiping their blades with pride. 2 more sorcerers dead, a job well done.
What happened to you guys?
From that moment on, everything was different. As we trembled in that tree, our fear and our desperation were so potent that the magic within us began to weave together. Our souls became forged together, our bond unbreakable. We would survive, thrive even within those woods, never speaking to outsiders. Our soul forge meant that if one of us were to die, the other would instantly perish too. We kept one another close.
I guess I can't believe I'm saying this, but if we find Lady Conduit, I might not just kill her, because I like you. I like you, and if it comes to it, Ikara, I'm gonna kill her, because you understand, like, she's responsible for a lot of deaths. And you know, ideally you should help us, or try to affect her. Ultimately, I can just kill you right now, and she dies. What do you think about that?
Leandra's capacity was enormous. Source didn't frighten her, and she delved into that dark well with terrible regularity. I did my best to guide her, but she fast outgrew my admonitions.
I suppose if I'm willing to kill her, kill Leandra, then I should be eager to kill Ikara to kill Leandra. Because that's gonna cost us a lot less. So I suppose this is a bit of a capture mission. Tell me what happened between yourself, Leandra, and the wizard.
My sister and I were mired in a solitary existence, witches among the trees when Zandalore came.
This is an interesting situation. Like, I don't like to punish innocents or just justify innocents dying just to get one bad guy or like getting punished. But wow, this is a big one. What if like Hitler had a soulmate, and if you killed that person, you know, Hitler would die too? Like, this is the kind of question right there. Would you do it? Would you just capture? I don't know. It's kind of tricky. I think it should be on the table. Like, she just tries to end the world, and apparently we're just trying to solve this by ourselves.
Leandra especially couldn't leave him be. He was a feast of information, and she wouldn't rest until she'd absorbed every bit of knowledge he offered.
I suppose we can try to capture her, but it's pretty obvious that the longer we leave her do her thing, the more pain she causes. Like, since the time we met her at the cave, she killed a lot of people. She showed up at the church. She killed a bunch of imps in Hyberheim, so I don't know, probably she enslaved the dudes in Silver Glen before that. But point is, she is quite driven to do the bad thing.
Their days were spent on charms, hexes, and the like. At night, Leandra would wander off to practice what she'd learned, and Zandalore and I would settle into our quiet tasks.
What?
Side by side.
You were banging Zandalore too?
We were a content trio, the three of us, but base impulse would undo us.
What do you mean by base impulse? Come on, it's pretty obvious.
As you know, Leandra and I were soul-forged. This offered us a window into one another's souls. I knew Leandra had developed feelings for Zandalore, and she knew I had too.
So? Threesome with sisters? Is that a bit icky? Sure. Are you gonna tell me that this bullshit all happened because you guys like the same guy?
But it was me to whom he confessed his love.
Ooh.
Those quiet evenings together had captured his heart, as they had mine.
Okay.
Her heart broke the moment we announced our new attachment, and I felt the pain of it as sharply as a knife. She fled, without a word, and I didn't see her for 2 terrible years.
Well, that was done horrendously badly. So, well, I don't really know. It doesn't seem like the guy did anything wrong. So, I guess just it happened.
My connection to her, our soul forge, grew weaker. It was as though some third entity, a parasite, were atop our souls, sucking the strength from it day by day.
Is there no redeeming your sister? Seems like she was a good girl once. But then? You guys like the same guy? He's no longer in the picture, like, come on.
I believe that our soul forge has been damaged. By what? I can only guess. The fraying of the bond between us has left Leandra adrift in a well of sorrow she truly believes will never end.
Okay. That's interesting. So, she was affected by this dumb religion in a point in her life when she was pretty lost. Like, she spent her life with her sister and probably didn't feel so well. Felt a little betrayed. And now she's kind of lost, and I'm not sure. Still doesn't really add together this whole kill everybody thing.
What she needs is a hand. My hand out of this abyss. If our soul forge is repaired, I am certain she'll cease blazing this path of destruction.
Okay, that was a good talk. So let's discuss the soul forge between you and Leandra.
I cannot condone the terrible things she's done, but I can seek to understand them. With our soul forge in such tatters, I believe Leandra is adrift in the not at all inconsiderable sorrows of our lives. What's more, I sense a terrible force bearing down upon the bond between us. It is hungry, and it consumes ever more of Leandra's mind and soul. I cannot say exactly what this force might be, but I'm certain it's both driving me out and driving Leandra on.
Yep.
If I could only repair the forge, I'm certain she'd put a stop to this madness.
You're pretty certain. Is that it?
So this tablet represents...
So I'm supposed to go to the mine?
One wouldn't think time itself would include so many threads dangling, tempting where any claw could reach it.
What the hell, Han Solo? This rod is annoying. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.